Hello YouTubers and everyone. I've been browsing on both my channels to see what's been the main viewed video and got some likes as well. So I've been looking at some of them and I wanted to know what sort of I do this sometimes, like every couple of months I check my channels, see what's most viewed, see what's been the most commented on, see what you guys commented on, and that sort of thing, to see what video suggestions and what sort of videos you like me to do more of. And one of them was quite an old video. One of them was quite an old video of it done a couple of years back now. One of them was a Vampire Night. When I got my Vampire Night Memories book 1, I did like a little video to show you guys what I got. One of them, the next one, I think it was a story video I did, Anti-Stepbrother, which I did recently, and it's got 13 views, I think it's got now. No likes or comments on anything though, but you feel free to comment on my videos, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe. And I just checked today, I got a new subscriber today, so hello, I can't remember your name, your YouTube name, but I just want to welcome that new subscriber. And I will subscribe. I've started doing a thing, like if you subscribe to my channel, I'll subscribe to yours, so we both support each other out, if you want to say that way, in that way. My other volume 6 Vampire Night Memories is coming in June, July time. Sometime around then, because it's not in English yet, been translated in English, or the book. So it could be a couple months, there should be a volume 7, which I'm waiting for the new chapter to be translated, because there's a couple of raws been going around on my Facebook group, but no like official chapter translated yet, which usually like they translate usually a new chapter comes like translated between 2 to 3 months, usually after the whole chapter's been out, usually. And so I just want to do a quick new one of Vampire Night Memories collection, and also I might show you all my Vampire Night stuff if you want me to. I still I'm getting like a Zero plushie at some point, and Hanabusa 1. I was thinking about a Kaname 1. I don't mind Kaname. If like anyone like say like, oh, I don't mind Kaname, I'm not like having an opinion on him, because when I watched the anime and like start of the manga, I started like when the anime left off. I read the books. I started just like, actually when you learn more about his backstory and a bit more his past, that I can't remember what chapter it's called, or what volume it was, where Kaname showed Yuki his past, and you tend to learn like you tend to see a different side of Kaname, why he did what he did, like even when he started killing, spoiler alert, when he started killing other players and getting the anti-vampire weapons, collecting them all and all that, you started like see a different side to him, and also the reason why he did what he did as well. And like even last chapter of the manga, when he like put his heart and was the new, I can't remember what it's called, made a new weapons, for the hunters to use. You start like, I think that's a point where I started like Kaname. I thought, yeah, I quite like you now because I do agree to your opinions, even though the way he did things could have been different. I kind of wish he was still alive in Valiant Memories, even when he saw like he could see Ai grow up. But I really wish he did that because, yeah, part of me did want a bit of like Yumi ending, like alternative, like when I do like these alternative endings. I can't speak today. Alternative endings. I did want to like see what Kaname and Yuki, what they'd be like if they actually stay together and Kaname didn't put his heart in friends or something like that. But I knew he had to because I think the original protester or hoodie woman, I can't remember a sense or I can't remember how they actually word it in the manga, got weaker and need a new weapon as well. It was his time as well, because I think after so many decades a blood has to do that. But I really wish I was someone else, not him, because all the way through towards when the manga ended and you learn more about his backstory and everything like that, I started to really like him. I started to a point where I agreed to some of his principles as well. Even though I wished when he like killed like Hanabusa's father and all that, I really like felt like I was confused at that point, like why did he do what he did there? But I really wish there was like an alternative ending where Kaname and Yuki stay together and it didn't happen. He didn't have to. And you could see I grew up. But even through the anime, I was like big Seki fan, Zero and Yuki fan all the way through. But like, I don't diss the Yumi fans. I don't diss like Kaname and Yuki together. I don't really feel like I probably like 50-50 really in their relationship and all them. But I wish you could see an alternate ending. Even though I think like even Zero, he actually had like a big responsibility because he actually was like a father figure to Ai and adopted father as well. So I always like Yuki and Zero had a sort of relationship that Yuki and Kami don't really have. They don't share. Because Yuki and Zero, I thought their relationship, like to me, has always been understanding to one another, mutual love as well, and care and friend. They had like a strong friendship as well. Their strong friendship could also be possessed or further on turn into love, which I always had like a mutual love for them too. They shared a mutual love for each other, and when they both had like different ways to show they love each other, even through the memories, them two still have like their own way of showing that they care, showing that they love for each other, and showing that they care and all that. But it was really like, sure, it was. They actually, I feel like all the way through the manga and the anime, all the way through the manga, they actually the author actually prolonged the ending, but I don't think the author usually knew how it was going to end, how you wanted to end. I think it's a male that does. I have no idea. Sorry if I do say something wrong or something that's not quite right. I do apologise. It's just my opinion. I'm not dissing anyone's opinion. And if you're a Yumi fan, that's fine by me because I don't mind Yumi. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be a Yumi fan or Kaname Yuki fan, whatever you want to call it. I'm not saying that, because even though they had an understanding as well, but when I think about Kaname and Yuki, their relationship was a little different with them each other, because sure they had like a mutual ground and they had some sort of connection, but they cared about each other as well, because I think they both cared for each other's happiness, and they both wanted each other to be happy, to be loved as well. But they didn't share too much of the friendship, too much of the mutual love as Zero and Yuki did. They had, I don't know how I will put into words. I'm trying to put all what they've, I feel like pushing Kaname and Yuki have into words, because it's a little bit scattered, a little bit everywhere. I'm not trying to pin him down or anything like that, or something like that. But they had sort of like, sure they had some friendship, because I wouldn't say their friendship was there, but it wasn't as strong. Their bond or connection wasn't as strong as Zero and Yuki was. And between them two, it could, I think they had more friendship. They cared, sure they cared, and they wanted each other to be happy as well. And I think Yuki loved him as a crush, or I wouldn't say a crush too much. I'll probably, even though when she was human, she loved Kaname, first love or something like that, when you call it. But I think them two had more friends, more of a brother and sister love. And to put all them into a category and all into what I would say, it's very similar to a brother and sister relationship. But even though they weren't blood related, because spoiler, you learn that Kaname isn't a true brother and all that. But they had more of a brother and sister relationship, because I wouldn't say it actually had sort of affection. They had affection in a brother way, in a sibling way. They had all that, but I won't say anything more than that. But if you guys wanted to say they did, or anything else, or whatever, I don't mind. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what I've noticed and what I feel towards them both. Them all. I'm not saying that one's better than the other, because I wouldn't mind the alternative ending, even though I would feel a bit, probably a bit annoyed, because I feel like Zero, he needed happiness. He needed an ending. He needed a happy ending, because I think he suffered enough and he needed to have a happy ending for himself. Even if it wasn't with Yuki, or it was with someone else, as long as he was happy, I'm okay. I just heard what I just said and it sounded a bit weird. Sorry. Moving on. So, I got book 1, which I've recently read all my volumes I've got again. I got bored, so I recently did it again. Book 2, she had Zero cover. I kind of like that cover. That cover is my favourite cover. Even though I don't mind this one. This one's another picture I like. Yeah, all 3. But yeah, volume 2. Volume 3, you have a Kaname one, which nice pictures again. But so far, when Kaname is awakened again, he's human and awakened by Yuki. I've only saw Takuma Ichijo still alive, even though it took me a while when I saw him again at the cafe where Kaname works or owns. I can't remember what it was, and it was jotting down his finding as well. I'm probably keep an eye on anime as well. So it took me a while to figure out who he is. I saw him. He was old and he had a beard and everything. And it took me a while to like, who the hell are you? But then I worked out, oh, you're Takuma. That's who you are. I think he was easy. So far, he's the only one I saw he was alive still. Which, knowing me, I bet the rest of them are. Moving on. Sorry, I ran on a bit much. Sorry. Book 3, book 4, which I mentioned, I've got Yuki, Kaname, Zero, which that's a nice picture of all 3 of them huddled together. I know some of you do like the idea of Kaname and Zero having a bit of romance, which I'm still trying to picture it between them two. I think them, even Zero and Kaname, I think them two they both wanted the same thing for Yuki. They both wanted her to be happy. And her happiness mattered to both of them. They wanted her to smile, to laugh, to enjoy life, to live to the fullest. And to just be surrounded by happiness and love. So they both cared about her. They both loved her. In a way. I think Kaname loved Yuki differently. Like a sibling. But I could be wrong. I could be saying something that you guys don't agree with. And probably am. Been saying that whole video. But it's up to you. You can think something different. I'm fine with it. But as I've been saying that Kaname and Yuki, Kaname and Zero. Again. Kaname and Zero. Sorry. I'm so used to saying Kaname and Yuki afterwards. But I think they both understood each other. They both understood each other's feelings. I think Zero understood Kaname more than Yuki did. He knew what Kaname must have been feeling and thinking. At times I would say that, because I do think Zero was knock on the head with it. They both cared about Yuki dearly and wanted her happiness. I think Zero, if he wasn't part of Yuki's happiness, he would have left her alone, or still be around her as a friend, or whatever you want to say, as long as Yuki was happy. Because I think like on one of Memories chapters, he actually did say that only Yuki and I have the power to shoo him away, to tend to leave. I think Zero all the way through the manga and the anime, he was like that. Only Yuki could tell him to leave. If she wanted him to leave, I think Zero would have left, even if she told him to. But as I said, like that, I think like Zero would have sacrificed himself for Yuki's happiness. He probably would have done that. He would have done anything for her. I think Kaname would have done anything for her as well. I think both guys had Yuki had like an anger to them both, I would say. I'm not gonna use the correct word to describe it, but I think them two and Yuki was level ground for them both. I think they both had her for something, but I know I'll probably not use the word for it. I probably will have to, if you want me to do a video on all that, or on any character, like it could be like a Ruka and Kain one, or Ruka and Akatsuki, or Hanabusa and Yori. Them two really surprised me in their relationship when you realise, and the chapter was on about Yori and Hanabusa getting together and dating and getting married and all that and having a family. That surprised me most in the manga so far. It has been surprising me even, but that has been, them two, you never expected them two to actually start to have feelings for each other. I'm trying to put into words. I'm not on top of my head without ever just writing some notes down beforehand. Something to go on. But Yori and Hanabusa, as I said, like them two surprised me in their relationship. When they got married, they had a kid or started dating and all that. That surprised me most. I was like a little bit shocked by it, but I want to say that I'm not offended by it or not. I wasn't expecting it, but them two surprised me most. Kain, Akatsuki, and Ruka. Them two didn't surprise me too much because I think Akatsuki has always holded Ruka's part to the point. He always cared for her and worried about her because she was like obsessed with Kaname and in the beginning. But I think he always worried about her. He always cared about her. But even for the anime, when I first watched the anime, it was something between them two. There was something between Akatsuki and Ruka. But with Ruka, like, turning the corner and marrying Akatsuki, that was something different. I'm not gonna say that I wasn't really expecting it. I was, because, as I said, Akatsuki had always cared about her. But Ruka having the same feelings back to him, that was new. But it was a good thing because she actually turned a corner and hopefully she's happy too. But the only relationship that did surprise me in memories was, as I said, Yori and Hanabusa. Them two surprised me. Because it's to the point where Yori, she's human, and I don't think she ever really noticed a vampire or never really. No, she never knew about vampires until Yuki. And Reader attack and all that in the anime. But you never thought she'll actually start dating a vampire. And with Hanabusa, not really. I'm probably gonna be rude and be a blunt in this one, and probably not even correct to what I want to say. No dancing humans, I would say. He would always be Hanabusa and just trying to put the words. Be his weird self around humans, I would say. But yeah, she cared about Yori, and Yori cared about him, and must have loved him. I still don't know how it worked. But, yeah. So we got Vampire Memories 5, which you have Ayn Ren on. Yep, Ayn Ren. So I'm not going to say like I have two of them who I like most, because I think I like both of them. They're both Ayn Ren. They have a sort of, although among plural siblings, you are supposed to marry a sibling and keep the bloodline going. But you know, Ren is half a blood. I think she is half blood because she's got some hunter's gene. She's got 0 bloodline as well. I don't know where she's full blood. I have no idea. Not I know of. I think she's half blood. I think I remember one of the characters saying that she is. And she's trying to be a huntress as well. But I think I looked at Ren as someone to fill her hole, her need inside of her. She's always wanted to protect Ren, and which is a good thing, because Ren's not going to have an easy time in the vampire society as well, because being half and all that, and still carrying 100 genes and all that lark. I think I looked at Ren as filling a hole, that a piece she was missing. I think that piece she was missing was Kaname. She wanted to know more about him, and when she was younger, she wanted to know more about Kaname as well. But I feel like the piece that I was missing was Kaname. I think she was looking at Ren as filling the piece inside of her, filling the emptiness. But Ren, when her first started to kick in and she was thirsty for Ice blood, she wanted to protect her from herself. So that's why she pushed her away. Because of her thirst. She didn't know if she can control it. Which, that's very similar to what Yuki and Zero would have done. Because they both would have done that for each other. They both would have pushed each other away to protect one another. But yeah. But when she was little, she reminds you of Kaname in a way. Because her emotions, she's found it hard to express her emotions. It reminds me of Kaname, because Kaname was always like that to me. So it was good. I'm gonna put this one away. Sorry. And I also got, a couple of years ago, I got Fleeting Dreams, short stories. Yeah, as all the stories on, I'll read. It has Betrayed. I can't read when it's like that. Green Love, I think I'm probably saying it wrong. A dying reader effects on his obsessive love for Jury, which I kind of like that story. That story was really good. It was sad for Rido, but I guess at the time I thought she saw Rido in a different light as well. That short story. reading his short story, I saw reading different light. I mean, I could always tell his hatred for Haruka and Jiri as well, and also his parents. Which, yeah. So that allowed me to see Read on a different light. And you have Gifts for Yuki, which is Kaname awards Yuki for doing well in her studies with tutor Aido. Probably saying his name wrong. That was a good story. Kaname and Yuki short story, which is good. And you have Hidden Love, this story of Sarah's first love, which, yeah. All these were good stories. I kind of like enjoying these stories. I've read these stories over and over again a couple of times. You have Queen of Abyss. After Zero parts with Yuki and returns for being a vampire hunter, he encounters the vampire Sin. For saying the name wrong, I do apologise. If I'm pronouncing vampire name wrongs, I do apologise. I mean anime names wrongs. And Maiden's Menchololi. Sorry, I pronounced it wrong. I can't speak tonight. When White Lily reveals her true sentiments for Zero, which was a good story because it's like you actually got into the mind of White Lily, Zero's horse, or the only horse that actually allows anyone come near her, which Zero's the only one who actually can ride her and be near her, which was good. You saw that in that way. That was a good story. And you have in 1,000 years, a year after the final battle, a day and night class find themselves on a hunt at Cross Academy. All of them were good stories. And well, as I said, if you want me to do a video on any characters in Vampire Knight relationship, it could be Aido Yori, Kaname and Yuki's, Zero and Kaname, Zero and Yuki, Katsuki and Ruka. I think Takuma had Sarah. I think it's been a while since I've read the manga now. The other manga. It's been a while. Rima and Senri. That was not surprising. Them two were not surprising when their relationship started. Even though their relationship started, it's not. I don't think they're official dating or official anything yet. But I do know them two would clash. Them two would progress in their relationship. I don't think it's official. I don't know. I can't remember if it is. I don't think I mentioned it. I think Rima asked Shiki to marry her. I think. I could be wrong. I know it was someone mentioned something. But if you want me to do a video on any of them characters, comment below and I will make that video. If you want me to, I forgot what I was supposed to mention now. Do a video on something else. It could be a volume, a chapter, or it could be like show you some anime stuff. My anime collection. I have no idea what you want. What I would word that. I have no idea. But if you think of a different word to use for it, let me know. I gotta use it. But if you want me to do any sort of those videos I mentioned, or something that I haven't mentioned and you've been wanting to see more of, or me to start, I have no idea, comment below and I will make that video. Sorry, I don't know why I just did that. I have no idea. And I've got to cut my hair at some point, my roots are showing. But I might go like full same colour I got last time. I might go for shady red. And I'm gonna be charging my phone up. My phone's dying soon. And watching a film. I got to write my draft again because I'm just like literally just not liking it. And then make another chapter video either tonight or tomorrow. And I got something wardrobe out tonight because we're donating some old clothes that we don't need and could go to someone who needs them. So we're doing that. And I'm so scared if I sort my wardrobe out or even open it or close something, it's gonna fall down because it already thought. I know it was trying to fall down this morning when I got changed, so that was fun. Bye.